You're not getting the right clients because you're making a massive positioning error. Hey everyone, my name's Helen Knight, and today we are going to help you, we're going to save you from the thing that kills most people's businesses, and that is not getting their positioning right. And even if your offer is brilliant, even if you've got the most amazing services, the most amazing skills, and you've got everything else nailed, if your positioning is off, you're just going to sound like everybody else. You're going to blend in with everybody else. And most agencies get this massively wrong. And that's why they find it such a fight to compete against everybody else. So the first thing to think about is, are you still trying to market to everyone? And if you are, then that is number one biggest mistake, okay? Because if you're trying to market to everyone and you're not identifying the fact that you're focused in a specific way to a specific audience, those people don't see you as the people for them. So, you've got to be the obvious answer. And if you're not focused enough on your ideal client and you don't understand them enough, those people aren't going to resonate with you. They're not going to stick around. They're not going to connect and want to talk to you because you're not making it obvious enough that they are the people that you've spent time getting to know, understanding, creating amazing solutions, and being able to support and serve them in the best way. If your ideal client can't see why they need to choose you, you've got something missing. And often it is all about people not using the right kind of language. They use the most generic language that every design company uses, every agency uses, every designer uses, and very vague language as well. So if you're at all being vague or general, you need to stop it now because that's losing you conversations, that's losing you clients, that's losing you opportunities to actually talk to people that are a good fit, that you are actually a perfect match for, and the people that you can help the most. A lot of agencies think they have to be really clever, really flashy about it, and have a clever tagline, something that so much thought's gone into it that anyone outside of that really doesn't understand what they're talking about. Now, it's really important to see things from the right perspective. And if you do that, you won't start using the wrong language. You won't be general. You won't try to be too clever. And if you are being too clever, these people just won't get it. So you've got to really understand who you're talking to. You've got to talk their language. You've got to use very simple language if possible. I would say that simple language wins every time because if you're talking to a child about something and they understand what you're saying, then you're much more likely for everyone to understand what you're saying. Okay, so putting things in the most simple terms possible, explaining something in a sentence where somebody knows who you're talking to, what you're doing to help them improve something in their world, and how it's going to affect their business or how it's going to get them to their dream situation is something that's going to sound a lot more appealing than if you just tell them that you're going to help them stand out and thrive. Okay, so we've got to be a lot more specific. We've got to really start to understand what you're solving, why it's important to these people, what's on their mind all the time, and really start to dig deep into that research, into those conversations with people so that you are the obvious answer. If those people land on your page and they can't see that you can solve their problem straight away within the first few seconds, then they are gone. Okay. So people move so fast on social media. You've got to have the answer, hit them in the face as soon as they land on your page. And if they don't think, oh yeah, this person understands what I'm struggling with, they understand what we're facing, they understand what we're trying to do, and it's not obvious enough, again, you're going to lose them. So yeah, let's make sure that we're really catching people's attention with the right buttons, the things that really are going to motivate them. And your dream clients will find it so much easier to actually get their problem solved as well. Where most people go wrong is the fact that they just want to talk about themselves, like all these amazing people they've worked with, all these amazing companies that they've worked with. But that is not how you grab people's attention. They don't care about that stuff. They care about their own problems. We're all quite selfish as human beings, very naturally. And, we're all focused on our own issues, our own problems, what's going on in our own head. And if those people don't identify with you as something that is really resonating, so something that's going on in their world, then yeah, you're going to find it hard. You're going to find it impossible, in fact, because there are so many other people out there talking the same language as you, telling them how good they are, how many awards they've got. So you've got to start really caring more and looking at it from the right perspective. Obviously, a lot of this is going to run through your content as well, but you have to really pinpoint who you're focused on first, what the main things are that you're solving for them, and really how that's going to help them along their journey. If you haven't pinpointed those three things, it's very hard to come up with a really effective USP, positioning statement, whatever you want to call it. Okay. And it's really, really important to master that first. If you don't know how to do that and you're ready to start elevating your business to find it much easier to start communicating with the right people, you've got to nail this first. If you don't nail this, all of your conversations, all of your attempts to reach the right companies you're going to fall really short and you're going to be a bother to people, and you don't want to be a bother to people. People want to see you as somebody exciting to start a conversation with, not somebody that's bothering them about trying to sell a service. Okay, so you've got to be perceived very differently. You've got to be perceived as an exciting solution, somebody they want to jump into their inbox, somebody that wants to actually have a conversation. People approach us as well. It should be a two-way thing, but it's all important to really decide who they are first and understand them well enough so that when you do start to be more proactive and you are having more interactions, that conversation is going to go so much smoother, so much easier when you've got all of this on your profile, on your page, and it runs through your content as well. So these people are really getting a lot of value from you. They can see how you're going to solve their problems. They can see all the value you bring. And obviously, that's going to be reflected in your price as well. You're going to find it so much easier to raise your prices. Your perceived value goes up massively, and you start to be seen as more of a boutique agency, something that is like a specialist in an area for a certain type of audience. That way, you've got your own lane in the marketplace, and that way, it just makes life easier. You're not constantly competing, constantly having to pitch all the time, constantly having to fight against lots of other agencies. Create your own lane, make life easier for yourself, make life simpler, and you will find your business grows so much faster. If you're ready to tighten up your positioning and you want to actually have a statement on your profile that really speaks to your ideal client, a USP, a unique selling proposition that really explains clearly how you can help your ideal client and who they are and what you're going to do for them in a really simple way, please drop the word niche and I will send you a little guide. Okay, so I'm going to send you a little guide on how to do that in the right way, and obviously send it over, send your ideas over if you want help. That's what we're here for. Or obviously book a call as well if you would like to chat with our team. I hope you found that helpful today. Please like, subscribe, and share with your friends if they are struggling too in their design businesses. And we are here for you on the channel. So we would love to hear what kind of videos you would like to see. If there's any topics you want us to cover, please drop some ideas below. Have an amazing week.